Attention in the pit area. We need Pro Dial brackets to lanes 5 and 6, please. Pro Dial brackets, lanes 5 and 6. Bring them on down. Your first shot at the racetrack coming up. Once again, we need Pro Dial brackets, lanes 5 and 6. Bring them on down. Pro Dial brackets, lanes 5 and 6. Once again, we need Pro Dial brackets 5 and 6, please. We also need Outlaw No Time to lanes 1 and 2. Outlaw No Time, lanes 1 and 2. Bring them on down. Outlaw No Time to lanes 1 and 2. We have a scheduled 10 o'clock start. We're doing our very best to hit that on time. So, Pro Dial brackets 5 and 6. Outlaw, No Time, 1 and 2. Bring them on down. Also, we'll let you know that the live stream is up and running. Drag Racer TV is the YouTube channel. You can also find it on all of the appropriate Facebook pages. The link is up live and streaming, so tell your friends, tell your neighbors that are tired of listening to your race car. Live stream up and running. Drag Racer TV. Pro Dial brackets 5 and 6. Outlaw No Time 1 and 2. Please bring them on down. Big thanks to High Horse Performance, HHPRacing.com, your sponsor of the live feed and sponsor of this weekend's event here at Cecil County Dragway. We are certainly happy to have each and every one of you here. And my, what a group of cars already making their way towards the staging lanes right now. Again, Pro Dial brackets, your first time ahead of the day. Lanes 5 and 6. And Outlaw No Time to 1 and 2.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cecil County Dragway. Hope you have a great day today. And we got some good weather for it today. And great drag racing, obviously. Track is in fabulous condition. They mowed it, they trimmed it, and it's ready to roll. Rub it down a little bit, do the spray on it, and we're hot to trot, as they say. All right, once again, we need Pro Dial 5 and 6. Let's go. Bring them up right now. Please don't hold up the show. And we need Outlaw No Times right now to lanes 1 and 2. You bring it up right away. Don't forget, only the cars we call to the lanes belong in the lanes. If we did not call your class, stay over there in the pits. And we will alleviate a lot of confusion and overcrowding of the lanes, you know, because you'll just be in the way. Any questions you have, feel free to ask. This is a very friendly track, and it'll always be that. So once again, if you need any help with anything, just sing out, like my mama used to say. And of course, if you need any racing fuel, they've got the big stash right down there at the bottom of the pits under the big VP sign. And you can swing over there and get all the racing fuel you need. They've got it all. And of course, the best prices around. We're a full dealer for all the class gasolines and racing fuels. Of course, they've got jugs. They've got all the peripheral stuff too. So go down there and get yourself a deal. Go see Dave and the boys down there at the speed shop, Cecil County Race Fuels, and they will take care of you. All right, once again, Pro Dial 5 and 6. We need the Outlaw No Time right now to lanes 1 and 2. And once again, if your car is in the staging lane, please stay with your vehicle. Hey, Lou. See my old buddy Lou Bergeese out there. What's up, pal? Gonna be a lot of race cars out here running for the dough today. And hey, we can hook up on, what is it, this Drag Racer TV. Go to what, YouTube, or where you want to go to? YouTube and Drag Racer TV. We'll be live on there we are right now, I believe. Yes, we are. Thanks to Warren Evans, who's doing all the work up here. Getting that for you. All right, pull those cars up in the lanes as far as you can. Now, you might have to drop up over into 3 and 4 because it's getting crowded out there in the back. So, Pro Dial, you can bring them up to 3 and 4 right now. Let's get them in there. And we're ready to roll some cars out the track. Here we go. Starting off on a nice Saturday here in the fall. Tell you what, leaves are still pretty much on the trees if you look around. They've been dropping in my yard, though, I tell you that. It's going to be a crazy time this coming week, I'm sure, where they'll pretty much start getting cold and drop off the tree, making a big mess. You know the deal. Well, that's what leaf blowers are for. All right, once again, Pro Dial 5 and 6, 3 and 4. Bring them up to 3 and 4 right now also. And Outlaw No Time to 1 and 2. Here we go, a couple of 4-doors. Trying to get the grip on the track early here. Track is probably pretty cold. I'm thinking the track temperature is probably below 100 for sure. But it'll start getting warmed up here once we run some cars down it, I'm sure. All right, right lane, 1158, 126. And left lane, shut it off early, 1722. All right, last call to the lanes. Pro Dial 5 and 6, 3 and 4 also. And the Outlaw No Times. Last call for you, lanes 1 and 2. If you're not in the lanes, you're going to be out of luck. All right, a couple of 2-door variety Mopars. Here we go. Oh, boy, struck the tire right at the hit there, left lane and right side. Looks like he'll get one down here. And runs a 1068 at 128. Once again, it's always a good idea to warm up your vehicles. It saves a lot of breakage, I'm telling you. You know how cold doesn't go with the metal too well unless it's warmed up. So you don't want to break parts out there. Get the car warmed up. Doesn't hurt to put some jack stands under there and run through the gears. Get the driveline warmed up also. And of course, it'll alleviate a lot of unnecessary water coming out the exhaust, which is always a hard thing for our track starting line crew to deal with. Always having to wipe up after that. So get the cars nice and warmed up. You'll be glad you did. All right, once again, concession stand is open. Run over there, grab yourself some breakfast. They've got something over there for you. Coffee and croissants and stuff like that, I guess. And, of course, they got regular food, too. And I believe the souvenir stand is open, too. And you can swing over there and grab yourself some Cecil County Dragway wear. They've got big special on T-shirts today. Hey, I'll tell you, get yourself some Christmas gifts. You don't have to go shopping at the mall. Everybody hates that. At least guys do. I don't know. Girls love that. Don't know why. But throw some of those T-shirts in your trailer. Hey, you saved yourself a shopping trip. Isn't it great? All right, 986, 140 out there, left lane, right side going to 1049, 131. Here's Kate Tout coming up from Elkton here with her 2010 Challenger. What's up, Bubba? All right, taking on the Magnum wagon. Over there, left lane. Got a little better light, a 138 to Kate's 0.20. 2/10 reaction, 1135, 122 for the Challenger, and the wagon running in 1038, 122. Hey, the Rizzilli boys over there. How's it going? Got a Mopar with you today? No. Got rid of it, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
I got a fan, man. I can't really get close here. There's nobody on this side. Everybody wants to go south.
Yeah. All right, Battle of the Brands. Here we go. Looks like Tony D Leonardo over there. Maybe not. Yeah, I saw that. Billy. All right, 991 right side, 137. Left lane with a 1330 going 104. Needs to pick up on that light a little bit, huh? right, getting some good traction out there. Left lane and right side too. Right side will run 11:21, 125, and left lane at 12:89 at 108. Once again, we need the Outlaw No Time cars, lanes 1 and 2. If you're running that class, bring it up now to the lanes. That orange S10. Oh, getting the wheels up out there too. And runs a 1061, 121. Right lane, 1242 at 101. Good battle for the stripe this time. Oh, left lane 987 with an 8, 138. And an 1164 at 114 here, right side. That'll put him number 2 just by 100th. Hey, here we go. Looks like Scott Klinger, the stick shift road runner, out here left lane. He cut some good lights with that car. Letting out the clutch pedal. He'll run a 1013, 131. And the Challenger running 1187 at 115. Now let's go. If you're in the Outlaw No Time class, we need you to the lanes 1 and 2 right away. So shake it up and bring it to the lanes now. Once again, you can go on YouTube and hit Drag Racer, one word, TV, and then it'll take you to the site, and you just go on Final Stand 2021, and you're good to go. Hey, don't forget, Penny Kuzer, our track photographer, will be here today taking all the pictures. I'm not the track photographer. Yes, you are. Don't listen to anybody. Just listen to me. I'm the one that knows. Everybody else doesn't have a clue. Get all the shots out there. Penny Kuzer does the all the great work. Penny Shots Photography, and you can hit her up on Facebook. Penny Shots. There you go. Monte Carlo up against the Challenger this time, and the Chevrolet out in front. Gets there with a 1015 at 132. How about a 1077 over there, left lane, 127. Putting up a good number. All right, still number one qualifier, 986, 140. So that's all you got to beat. There you go, nice little AMC AMX. Out here in the right lane. Looks like he'll get there first. Yes, he will. 1107 at 120. And left lane, 1169 at 118. Once again, one shot, go right back to the pits. And we'll call you for the next one. Just one shot you get, that's all. And then we'll call another class. All right, a little step-side Chevrolet, looks like, over there, a little short bed. Looking little shot. Oh, getting the wheels up. How about that? Next to the Charger. And the Charger getting their first 1026, 133. The truck with a 1094 at 120. All right, little ragtop Ford Mustang over there, a little 5.0 car taking on the late model Camaro. And it's going to be the convertible, 1068, 124. Boy, that's a fast little car. 1077 for the Chevrolet at 132. All right, here we go with Kevin Spencer and Mike Tell coming out of Jersey with the Camaro. Spencer with the Nova. Better on the tree, 61 to a 104. And Kevin Spencer right there, 10:01 with a 3, 131. 10:87 for Mike Tell, he'll go 123. So Spencer to the number 4 spot currently. All right, little Plymouth Duster looks like. Or a Dodge Dart, hard to tell those apart. Oh boy. Boy, he got out of the gate like a bat out of hell. He'll run a 994, 132, right side, 12:59 at 109. Number 67 Cuda out there on the right side. Nice 32 light. Taking on the Challenger. Cuda running 999 with a 7 at 133. 1134 with a 9 at 120 over there left lane. Here we go. Joe Martin, the 67 Chevy 2, coming out of Seekonk. And he'll run a 10-14 at just 107, getting out of the throttle upstairs. Right side with a 13 flat at 108. Here we go, badass race with a couple challengers going side by side. Oh, left lane's leaving him in the dust back there. 10:29 at 132. Problems here with the right lane, and he'll take the early exit, hopefully. Yes, he will. Oh, boy. Hot Rod 55 Chevrolet out there in the left lane. Was out here last week making some good runs. He'll go 9:43 with a 0 at 144. There's your low ET top speed of the class so far. And right lane with a 10:50 at 132. All right, so your new number 1, the 55. Out here in Pro Dial. Here's Mike Vandenhubel coming up with the Oldsmobile. He was out racing last week also. Now at this time, I'd like to get 850 index. 850 index right now to the lanes, please. Lanes 5 and 6. 850 to 5 and 6. like the Ford Lightning out there right side up against the fastback Mustang. And the Mustang gets down there first, 11:03, 124. The truck running an 11:80 at 1:15. All right, your new Pro Street champion, I believe, here, Aaron Stoker. I'm sorry, Jeremy Stoker in the 69 Camaro. Coming out of Elkton, and Scott Edwards over there, maybe, in the four-door Chrysler. Stoker running 10:07, 133, and a 12:45 over there left lane for the Chrysler at 109. Once again, we need 850 index, 5 and 6. You can bring them up right now if you would, please. 850 index to 5 and 6. Here we go. Paul Revadas coming out with his Mustang. Out of Franklinville, New Jersey, laying down a nice 005 light with the 07 Ford. And he'll run a 10:13, 135. Left lane 11:34 at 120. Here we go, 68 Camaro over there left lane, and the late model Camaro got the wing on the back. That's Luke Ireland over there from Franklinville in the old Chevy. 1061 at 125. Whew. That's good ET for that mile an hour right there. Enter. Whoever's knocking on the door, enter. Here we go, Chevy Chuck. Oh, can wheel up a little bit out there up against the Dodge wagon. And a pickup truck, oh, going in the 8s right there. 881 with a 5, only 136 miles an hour. Right side for the wagon, 1367 at 101. So we got a new number 1. The pickup truck. Here we go, Lou Bergese out there with his S10 left lane, cutting a nice 30 light. And the little truck out of Williamstown, New Jersey, 1217 at 109. 1387, right lane at 100. So Lou will go to number 63. Let's see, out of how many? Well, we got 64 in so far. More than that, actually. This only goes to 64. All right, here we go, the Jeep. Check it out. It's going to be a 10-second ride out there. He's got the SRT 10 motor in there, I'm thinking, or something. SRT 8, probably. Taking on the James Paler Camaro. Cutting a nice 27 light. And Paler going to run a 1089, 124 with a 27 reaction time. All right, 1531 out here right side at 120. All right, let's go. We need those 850 index cars right now to the lanes, please. 850 index. You can bring it to 5 and 6 right now. Let's go. Shake a leg. Bring them up. Here we go. 68 Camaro here right side up against the 4-door. Well, we'll put somebody in there. There we go. Camaro running a 1250 at 109. 1250 with a 2. I believe he's going to run the 1250 index class. I'm thinking if he doesn't, what's wrong with him? I don't know. Don't have an idea on that one. He's like in line to be #1 qualifier, possibly. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. The 2-door Dodge, the 4-door Dodge. Challenger and the Charger. A 4-door Charger. Who would have thunk, right? 1116 at 120, and the 2-door running slower at 1156, 121. Stay in the pits unless we call your class. If we did not call your class, go back to the pits. It's very simple. Once again, we need 850 index right now to the lanes 5 and 6. 850 index 5 and 6. Heavyweight right now 3 and 4. Heavyweight cars. Heavyweight's a class, right? Yeah. The heavyweight class right now 3 and 4. If you're in the heavyweight class, bring it up right now, please. 3 and 4. This is Tony DiLeonardo right here, left lane. And he'll be taking on the Corvette. Another Jersey boy out there looking for the 10-0 index class, I believe. All right, nice air out there, right side. Whoo, 28 light for the vet. Oh, 008 right there for the Mustang. Tony D. And he'll run 10:01 with a 335. Oh, boy. How about a 21 package out there in 10-0 index, by the way. And let's see, the Corvette, 973 with an 8 at 138. Here we go, Big Bad Bud McNasby. Good to see him out here at ACO. Taking on the Jeep. See him in Cecil County, I mean. Huh? Of course, he lives right down the street from the other track I was talking about. Here we go. 28 light for Bud. Deep station. He'll run 1064, 124. And the left lane with a 1049, 8 at 137. Looks like that's the end of that class, and we'll do a little track prep right now, getting ready for the next one. Good time to swing over to the concession stand, grab yourself some breakfast, or maybe an early lunch. They got them both over there right now, so you can take part. Once again, the speed shop's open down at the bottom of the pits under the big VP sign, and all the racing fuel you need is right there at your fingertips. So once again, if you're in the Outlaw No Time class or the heavyweight class, you must hit the scales on the way back up the return road, which is right down there. You won't be able to miss it, they'll tell you. So once again, if you're in the Outlaw No Time class or the heavyweight class, you need to hit the scales on the way back up the return road. Don't forget, or your time will be disallowed. All right, so once again, the Outlaw No Times will be coming out next. Don't forget, you've got to hit the scales down there on the way back to return road, or your time will be disallowed. You don't want that to happen for sure. All right, once again, 850 index, 5 and 6, 850 to 5 and 6. once again, if you're running 850 index class, you should be up in the lanes 5 and 6 right now. 850 index, 5 and 6. In the heavyweight cars, you should be in 3 and 4. If you're not, get there right away. All right, here we go. The Outlaw No Time class coming out next. Once again, we need 850 index cars to the lanes 5 and 6. Heavyweight cars, lanes 3 and 4. You can bring them up right now. Let's go. We're ready for you. And here we go. We got the big killers out here in this class. Oh, boy. How about Nicky Notch over there with Jace? Jace Nestor. That thing is a wicked fast car, I'm thinking. If you're betting money, I'd bet on him. Yeah. Baby, hanging the wheels up out there too. Shoo, boy. Putting a big gap in on them out there. Oh, yeah. Right, looks like 6 cars here in the Outlaw No Time class. All right, going to line up another pair. Here we go with the big Dodge. He's going to take on the 5.0 Fox Body Mustang. Tacking it up. All right, Dodge showing some room out there, yeah. All right, here we go. Dan Van Horn. Dan Van. And he's running the show here with the shootout cars. He's got the Dodge Charger, or Challenger here right side. He'll take on the Chevy Nova this time. Here we go. First one to the finish line, 8th mile. Looks like left lane overstaged the car. Oh, there we go. He's going to hang the wheels and carry it out there. He won't get a time, but he did get there first. Tire spin out there for Dan the Man. Or is it Van the Man? No, Dan the Man. Dan the Man. All right, here we go. This is the 850 Index class, and we're going to start out with Eddie Brink here in the black Camaro, the Gen 3 car here right side. All right, Brandon DeMickey over there left lane with his red Camaro. 850 Index, first car to the finish line. It's going to be 850 is the class index. Little wheels up action and tire spin out there left lane. All right, we'd like to get 10-0 Index right now to lanes 5 and 6. Eddie Brink with an 860 with a 9. Once again, we need 10-0 Index. 10-0 Index right now to lanes 5 and 6. Eddie Brink with a 52 light, 860 with a 9, 159 miles an hour. Left lane spun the tire and only put a 12-second pass up. Well, back up, son, so we can get staged up. There we go. All right, let's get some courtesy staging here, hopefully. And it's going to be a little Ford Mustang and the Challenger. The Hellcat over there. A little late on the tree. But let's see if he can put it in the 850 zone. 898 with a 5, 144. Right side for the Ford. He'll go 864 at 158. Once again, we need 10-0 Index right now to the lanes 5 and 6. 10-0 Index. 5 and 6. All right, Rick Steinke coming up here with his four-door Chevelle. The Crew Cab Chevelle. See if we can do here against the little Chevy Nova over there, the 68 Gen 2 car. Now you want to get close as you can to 850 without going under. All right, Rick Stanky with a 44 light, 103 light over there for the Nova. And Rick a little quick, just 11 thousandths. 48 with a 9 at 159.95. And an 888 with a 3 out there for the Chevy Nova at 154. So that'll put him number 3. Rick going to the bottom right there, number 6. Eddie Brink, number 1, 860 with a 9. Here we go, Billy Verzilli taking on Chris Harrigan over there in the Dodge, the leg maker car. All right, Verzilli. Driving his Pop's car, 855, goes right to number 1 at 159 miles an hour. Chris Harrigan, an 859.9. I believe that will be number 2. So Billy Verzilli on top, off the trailer here at 855. All right, here we go. George Plant coming up with his 69 Camaro. Let's see what he's got over there. The Challenger. I'm sorry. Keep getting those. All right, George Plant's car. Looking to go 850. He'll run an 858 with a 3. Left lane goes way too quick. How about an 818 at 167? That's quick. But it'll put George Plant number 2. And left lane, he'll end up number 10. I believe this is the final pair for 850 Index. Got the Chevrolet Chuck and the Dodge. All right, left lane out in front. Can he hold him off? Yeah, he'll run an 810 at 175. Right lane with an 887 with a 1 at 145, and that will end the 850 Index class. What do we got? I believe 12 cars. And we need 10-0 Index, 5 and 6. 10-0 Index to 5 and 6. And all cars in this class must hit the scales at the end of the run. Get to the end of the track, turn right, and then come back up the return road. And right before you get your time slip, the scales are right there at the time slip booth, right behind it. So that's the lowdown with that. Once again, you must hit the scales in this class after the run. A couple of big black four-door cars. Oh, right into the tire spin here, right side, left lane. Looks like he broke something. We'll pull over to the side here in the heavyweight no time class. Well, I want to wish a big get well to Alphonse Magliocco, who's at home sitting on the couch watching the live feed, and wishing he was here today, I'm sure. Hey, Mo. Again, 10-0 index. We need you right now, 5 and 6. All right, I'd like to get the 1050 index cars. 1050 index. You can bring them up right now. Let's go. 3 and 4. 1050. Lanes 3 and 4. Still coming up with some heavyweight cars. Here we are in the heavyweight class. All right, so the big heavyweight class cars. Here we go. You know they probably weigh 2 tons or more out there, and probably a lot more. Here we go. We got a Cadillac over here, right side. Ooh, some of those little cars got 6 speeds in them, which is pretty cool. Well, he overstaged the car. Well, what are you going to do? He's just going to get on the gas, that's what. And he won't get a time. So these big heavyweight cars, they got to be a minimum of 2 tons. That's 4,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And that's the minimum now I'm talking about. All right, and of course they run power adders. And it's 1/4 mile, no time. T-Tac? T-Tac. They're the sponsor of this class. Okay, cool. The heavyweight class here at Cecil County. All right, Camaro getting away first. Oh, we got a drag race out there. Good side-by-side action here in time shots. Looks like Right Lane's going to get him first. Oh, yes, he did. Once again, if we have not called your class to the lanes, please stay in the pits. Stay in the pits until we call your class. Here we go, the Challenger up against the 4-door Chrysler, I believe it is. And Right Lane's going to pull out this one. All right, so once again, if we have not called your class, stay in the pits. Only cars that we call to the lanes should be in the lanes. Hey, here we go. It looks like a Cobra Ford Mustang over there left lane. He's going to take on the Hellcat out here right side, out of the HHP stables. All right, the big powerful Dodge. Showing off some stuff right there. Gonna be another Ford Mustang over there left lane. He'll be taking on another. This is a 4-door Hellcat. What do they call those? Okay. All right, getting back into the throttle. Here goes the Ford over there left lane. Can he get him? Nope. All right, once again, we need 1050 index right now to 3 and 4. 1050 to 3 and 4. We need the 10-0 index to 5 and 6. So get them up to the lanes if you're in that class. 10-0 index, 5 and 6. 1050 index to 3 and 4. Bring it up. All right, 10-0 index, 5 and 6. We need 11, a 1050 index to 3 and 4. So let's go with those index classes. 10-0 index, 5 and 6. 1050 index. Bring it up right now to the lanes. Lanes 3 and 4. I'd like to get the 1150 index right now to lanes 1 and 2. All right, final car here in the heavyweight class. $11.50 index to 1 and 2. Bring them up. don't forget, if you have not gotten teched in, you can get teched in the staging lanes when we call your class. So make sure you stand by your car so they can make sure you're teched in. Once again, if you're in the staging lane, stay with your vehicle. That's so important. All right, here we go. 10-0 index. All right, so 10-0 index coming out right now. We need 10-50 index right now, lanes 3 and 4, and 11-50 index. You should be in lanes 1 and 2. If you're not, get there now. All right, here we go. First pair, 10-0 index. Starting things off, we got the SRT Jeep, I believe, over there. See what we got going on here. Oh boy, how about right lane? 10:04 with a 2, 119 miles an hour. There's your new number 1 qualifier right off the bat. 10:74 left lane for the Jeep. He goes 119.91. All right, how about the Camaro over there, left lane? But the 4-door Dodge is going to lead first out of the gate with a big 4/10 margin right at the hit. He'll go a little quick, though. 991 with a 2, left lane. Oh, thank you. How about a 1074 with a 3 at 133? All right, Scott Klinger, another Cecil County homeboy right here with his 72, the stick shift car, the Roadrunner. Cut the nice 042 reaction time. Of course, cutting a good light after battle out there. He'll go to number 1, 10 flat with a 7 at 133 miles an hour. Scott Klinger nailing the number 1 right there. Looks like a couple raindrops snuck in here. What's going on with that? The old kiddie song. Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. Yeah, any day during the week is fine with me. I don't like when it rains on the weekend. Takes away from all the fun. Look at that, the wind's blowing from the west. It's kind of weird. Hardly ever blows that way. Yeah.
All right, folks, once again, thank you so much for coming out today at the High Horse Performance Final Stand event here at Cecil County Dragway, one of our favorite tracks. We were talking about how we're going to run this event for months leading up to today, and a little apprehensive on pulling the Modern Street Hemi Shootout format into an all-brand setup. But I can say I'm super excited and super happy with the turnout today. Really appreciate you guys coming out, especially with the shady forecast that we saw for the last few days. So the fact you guys showed up, made it through the gate, suited up and paid, and made it down the track, really, really, really appreciate it. I know Josh Schwartz and his entire team from High Horse Performance appreciate you guys coming out as well. Josh definitely put himself out there to make this event happen. He absorbed the risk and financed a huge portion of it. So we definitely appreciate Josh and his team for doing that. And we definitely think that this is a no-brainer to continue this format. The Mopar versus GM versus Ford setup. I know it's been done on numerous times and numerous tracks, but obviously we feel that our format is a nice fit with a little bit of everything for everybody, including obviously these crazy outlaw cars. You saw these guys pulling the wheels and running some pretty sick no-time ETs. But good stuff. We appreciate you guys. Hold tight. Obviously this stuff is just part of racing, as you guys know. So once everything clears out, we'll get the track back to where it needs to be. This staff here is the best in the business without a doubt. I follow along as a fan, just amazed at how they're able to do the events that they do with the cold weather conditions and things of this nature. So there's no doubt we're in good hands. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We actually just put up the Modern Street Hemi Shootout and East Coast Moparts tent, which is right here just past the starting line along the track. It's a blue and orange tent. So if you have any questions, head over there. We'll help you out. Just a little bit of a refresher on what the format's going to be the rest of the day. I know this is different, so I totally get the questions, and we try to make it simple. It's easy for us because we run this format all year long, but obviously those of you that aren't in the Modern Street Hemi Shootout series, you're not going to be aware of what we normally do. So your entry fee today entitles you to 2 classes. That's the bracket class, and then additionally you can run any other class. So you showed up today, you get to run bracket. It's got a $1,500 purse, paying out to the top 4. We got a total of $10,000 purse for the rest of the classes, thanks to our fantastic sponsors. Can't thank them enough. We got the Outlaw class, which is a $3,500 winner-take-all. That is a random pairing chip draw class. You must cross the scales. So the scales are on the right side here. So obviously now during the test hits, it's not really a big deal because it's a random pairing, but during eliminations, you must cross the scales. That's for Outlaw. And the weight requirements are 3,300 pounds minimum weight with driver, dual type power adder, 3,500 pounds. Then we also have the 850 index class. That's just straight up 850 index. Nothing fancy there. We're going to random pair you guys in the first round based on manufacturer. Our goal in the first round is to have each car be of a different brand, or manufacturer, I should say. So in the first round, we're going to randomly pair you up as you're in the lanes. It'll be Mopar versus Ford, or Ford versus GM, or GM versus Mopar, or Ford versus GM. It's going to be random while we can. Obviously, when we get down to the back of the lanes and it's just all one brand, then those guys have to face each other. And that's going to be the plan for every class in the first round only. After the first round, we're going to ladder you up based on your performance in that first random round. Outlaw and heavyweight are a chip draw. So when we call you guys up to the lane, after that first round, we'll be chip drawing you to pair you up. There are no time classes, so we cannot build a ladder for obvious reasons. Make sure you cross the scales in Outlaw. 850 index, no scale requirement. Next class is heavyweight, quarter mile, no time. Simple rule. 4,200 pounds, single type power adder, period. That's it. That's the only rule. So make sure after that pass that you cross the scales to make sure that you're at weight. If you skip the scales, it's a loss, and we'll have people manning the scales during eliminations. You may not have seen someone at the scales right now, because it really isn't important for us to know what your weight is right now. It's important for you to know your weight. So during eliminations, you're not caught off guard. So during eliminations, there will be someone at the scales making sure that you're at weight. Then we have our 10-0 index, same thing. That's heads up racing. First to the finish line. You just can't go quicker than 10-0. First round will be random pairing based on a manufacturer. Then after that, we're going to ladder you up. And we're going to follow suit all the way through in the 1050, 1150, and 1250 indexes. The bracket class is a pro dial class. It's just like any other bracket class that you run at your hometown track, except we run it on a pro tree. So it'll still be staggered and handicap like any other bracket class except it's on a pro tree. And that will be random pairing all the way till we get to 16 cars, and then we're going to put you on a pro ladder. If anybody, once again, has any questions, do not hesitate to ask. We're over there at the Modern Street Hemi Shootout tent, East Coast Moparts tent. We're there for you. The live feed is going on right now. Obviously, there's not a whole lot of action right now other than the tractor going down and trying to maintain the surface for obvious reasons, trying to stay ahead of it. This is their experience and expertise, knowing that this is going to help us get back and rolling again once everything clears out. We got a solid turnout. Like, once again, I cannot thank you guys enough for coming out. This is a little bit of a risk on our part, especially on high horse performance, but we're pretty happy with the locals, and I know the folks from the Maple Grove area came out, and this whole region kind of came out to support us. A lot of the 850 guys that run here at Cecil County came out. So we definitely appreciate you guys supporting us and what we try to put together. And we're happy to be here at Cecil. If you got any questions on the rules, if you go to hemirace.com, the very first event there at the top is today's event. It'll say Final Stand. Just click on that. Toward the bottom, you'll see all the payouts, and you'll see the rules and the class descriptions. It's all right there for you. So if you just take a few moments right now, would be a good time for it. Just go check it out so there's no communication issues and things of that nature. Obviously, when we get into competition, sometimes miscommunications do create a little drama, so we're trying to avoid that. That's why we made it simple. Basically, everything's allowed here. You know, we're all about just having some fun and having this format brought to you guys, so our Mopars and Gen 3 Hemis can race with you guys. You guys got some great cars, and we're happy to see them here. It's just a great mix, and I'm happy that all is turning out well. So I'm gonna go through some sponsor names while I'm here on the mic, just to make sure that they get the due recognition for all the support they've given us today and throughout the year, obviously. So the Modern Street Hemi Shootout, the series itself, we have a presenting sponsor in Pure Drivetrain Solutions. That's Chris Miller. For those of you that know Chris Miller, he does also some races of his own. He's been around the scene for a long time. Actually, I think they have an index race today at ATCO. But Pure Drivetrain Solutions is a presenting sponsor. The series title sponsors are Hemi Tuner Performance, who is here today. AJ Burge, thank you very much. We appreciate you, and you've been a long-time supporter. Can't thank you enough. And the second title sponsor of this series is the Drive Shaft Shop, and Frank and Lee obviously have been huge supporters of the series. Today's event itself, title sponsor is High Horse Performance, and Josh and Bruce and the other Josh and Greg and Isaiah and everybody, they're just such huge supporters of the series. Can't thank them enough for everything they do at every event, and obviously this event was a huge financial commitment on their part. They also finance the live feed that you see that's on YouTube right now. The links are all over Facebook and the Cecil County Dragway group, the Modern Street Hemi Shootout group, and I sent out a text to all of those of you subscribe to the texting service, so you should have that link. If you don't, go to YouTube and search dragracer.tv, and you'll find the Final Stand feed sponsored by High Horse Performance. So we definitely appreciate Josh doing that. He also sponsored today's Outlaw class, which is $3,500 winner take all. That's a pretty significant purse for just a handful of fast cars, but we want to put it a purse that was representative of the type cars that we wanted to draw. So the fact that you guys came out, and I know that this is a little outside of the norm for what you guys race in normally, being the 3,300 pounds and 3,500 pounds. So we appreciate you guys bringing your cars out and throwing some weight in it. Obviously, for us, most of the Gen 3 Hemis were pretty heavy cars. So for us to have any type of a competition or level field, obviously the cars need to be a little bit heavier than what you guys are probably used to seeing. So thanks again to HHP and the entire High Horse Performance staff for sponsoring the Outlaw class. Then we got 850 Index. That's sponsored by Demon Performance, Skip and Nate down in South Carolina. Huge supporters of ours for years, and for them to commit to this event, which is outside of our normal point series, obviously was very generous on their part, so we appreciate them doing that. The 10-0 Index, sponsored by Billy Weber here. It's a somewhat local, so we definitely appreciate him jumping on and sponsoring us. He's helped out in the past and is always trying to figure out ways to incorporate his brand with us, so We definitely appreciate that. AutoWorks Development. And we got our 1050 Index class, who's sponsored today by True Street Performance. The True Street Performance crew is here, Jimmy, and the gang. OG folks out here all the way from Long Island. We appreciate you guys supporting us for a long time, probably since the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you, Jimmy. We'll see you tonight. Then we got 1150 Index, sponsored by Chris of Legmaker Intakes, all the way down in Florida. Chris Harrigan, once again, is one of the founding fathers of the Gen 3 Hemi market. Legmaker Intakes builds the carbon fiber intakes for our platform, for mostly the Gen 3 Hemi stuff. Chris is all the way up here from Florida today racing his car. He actually raced his Charger here at Yellow Bullet and also at the Streetcar Shootout last week, if I'm not mistaken. But Chris made it all the way from Florida. He has teamed up with local Gary Rudy, who obviously has influenced Chris into coming up here and racing at Cecil County Dragway. So, Chris, thank you. We appreciate you coming up. And then we got our 1250 Index, sponsored by B. Woody, who's a new sponsor to us. But obviously, we appreciate their support. And those sponsors that I've mentioned there are the ones that have made this $10,000 purse possible. We also have the bracket class, which is sponsored by East Coast Moparts. Andy and his wife Jen are here, and Greg and little Greg. East Coast Moparts is all in every time we do something. It just goes without saying how important they are to the series. So thank you to Andy and Jen and Greg and Greg Jr. and everybody in the Wagner family. You guys mean a lot to us as a series, and obviously we're more than just sponsors. We're true friends. So we definitely appreciate you. And we got some local vendors also that chipped in. Gary Rudy chipped in some personal cash for the bracket class. And we just really thankful for the local vendors that jumped on. So have some fun today. We really appreciate you. We want to race probably more than you guys want to race. I put these events together mainly because I just want to race my car. So that's how serious we take it. We're about having fun, but we want, we understand how much work and effort and money you put into your ride, so we definitely want to do the payouts that are representative of the amount of effort that you put into your cars. So that's what that's all about. But hold tight. Obviously, we can't control what's going on now, but as soon as that's done, we'll do the best we can to get things back going. And when it's during the Christmas season, the off season, and you're looking to modify your car, just make sure you head over to HemiRace.com and check out the list of sponsors that we got that make all of this stuff possible. Thank you to Cecil County Dragway for letting us take this this series to your track. And I know I missed a couple classes here, so I'm going to go back through my list now. I pulled it out. I forgot to mention a heavyweight class that's sponsored by T-Tech. Craig is a huge sponsor of the series. And then in the bracket class, we want to mention that local vendors Cecil Firearms and Premier Auto and Tire of Elkton also sponsored the bracket class to get the purse up to $1,500. So we definitely appreciate all of you guys doing that to make this happen. So hold tight, folks. If you have any questions, once again, head over to the eastcoastmoparts.com tent. We'll get you taken care of, and we'll get back to racing. All right, folks, it's your cruise director again. Anyway, so we're sitting up here in the tower, and obviously we're trying to stay ahead of the program for the day. We're always thinking about this as much as you guys are thinking about it out there, about what's going to happen or what's the plan. So obviously, whenever we have an event, our goal is always to complete it. There's nothing worse than not completing an event. So we're already kind of brainstorming on what's smart and what's going to make for a most successful day. So it looks like with the way things are still going and the fact that dew point is probably going to hit around 5, 6 at the latest is probably a drop dead time based on temperature and darkness and dew point. Dew point being the biggest one. It's probably going to be about 42 degrees or so around 5:30, which means the moisture will be on the track and on your car. So that'll be a time probably to kill the event. So looks like we're going to go to one qualifier and the one time trial that you had in bracket and then go into eliminations. So that seems to be the smartest move. I agree with it. I want to get the event in. I want you guys also to get your passes in. So the fact that you got the 2 classes, you had an opportunity to use that first time hit in bracket. Now you're getting the first of one qualifier in all the index classes. And unfortunately, due to just the little delay here and the fact that it's going to get really cold, that's probably we're going to go right into eliminations after that. So once again, it looks like we're just done with for sure the bracket class as far as the time hit. Next time we call you up, it'll be eliminations, and the index classes are going to follow suit. If anything changes, we'll let you know. We appreciate you, and we understand your point of view and your situation as we feel the same way. But you got to do what you got to do and cross your fingers. And obviously, if we were running right this second, I'd feel differently about it, but we're still not running yet. So we got to be ahead of it. It's November. And this is why we like to race in November, because of the cool, crazy air and this fast track. But obviously, it comes with a downside with the fact that it gets dark early and the dew point hits early, and you just can't race these fast, heavy cars beyond 5:30, 6 o'clock, period. There's just no way around it. So just hold tight. We'll be back as soon as we can. We're definitely giving away that dough today, so that's not changing. And we appreciate you guys coming out, as always. And let's play it by ear, and we'll keep you guys informed. But plan on being done with for sure, with the bracket class. That was your one-time run. They were going to eliminations, and it looks like we're going to do the same thing with the heads-up and index classes. All right, hold tight, folks. Thank you once again for coming out today's High Horse Performance Final Stand event at Cecil County Dragway.
All right, looks like the low clouds are getting lower here, and I think we're going to take the tree in here just to save it from possible bigger showers, which are possibly coming here very, very shortly. So, and if you're in the staging lanes, probably a good idea, go back to your pits, I'm thinking, and batten down the hatches maybe. But we are not calling this thing off, I'll tell you that. We're just going to take the tree in and some of the electronic stuff that's out there. But we're waiting this thing out. It's going to be short. And then we will get right back to racing action here at Cecil County Dragway. Sorry for the inconvenience, but hey, we can't control that. Even though we'd like to, you know? So if you're in the staging lanes, you can might want to head back to your pit and probably even drive it into the trailer, maybe. Keep the water off your car. That will help things out for sure when we get to dry conditions. Head over to the concession stand, grab yourself something to eat or drink, and kick back for a little bit until this thing passes over us.
Okay, everybody, to get your attention here, we have a game planned. As you can see, it's raining pretty hard. It looks like it's going to rain like this for the next 2.5, 3 hours maybe. It's going to get cold, and we're not going to be able to get the track dry in time enough to get much done, if anything done at all. So our game plan is we are going to reschedule this race until next Saturday. If you can't make it next Saturday and paid at the gate, you can go to the gate and get a refund for the event, racers and spectators. If you prepaid, you need to get in touch with Josh or Dan about getting your refund for your prepaid entry. So once again, we are going to run the race next Saturday. Gates will open at 8 a.m. We'll start racing at 10 a.m. just like we did today. Right now, the weather forecast is very similar to today with temperature-wise, but there's no rain in the forecast for next week, so let's hope it stays that way. So once again, we're done for the day. If you paid at the gate and want a refund, go to the gate on your way out and get the refund. If you prepaid and want a refund, you'll have to get in touch with Josh or Dan. When you go to the gate to get your refund, make sure you have your tickets they gave you when you paid at the gate. One other real quick thing. If you are a long distance traveler and are planning on coming back next week and want to leave your trailer here or rig here or whatever, you're more than welcome to do so. Just make sure your stuff's all locked up. So anybody that wants to leave a truck, trailer, or trailer here till next week, feel free to do so.